Good morning, good morning. I'm already causing issues. It's 6:38. I'm over at a stoplight right now. And it's one of those special ones with red light tickets. Lady's beeping behind me. Lady or dude, they're in a minivan. And I don't really mess around on this light. And what happens is I had this lane's a turning lane, so it goes from the arrow. They have to be done with the arrow, goes to a green. So usually, everywhere I see, everybody just goes out in the middle when it's green, and you just wait to turn. Problem is, I can't tell you how many times I did it where you pull out and it just turns yellow. I don't really take a chance on this one, I'll tell you that, because they could say, you're out in the middle of the intersection when the thing turns red. I don't mess around. So that lady can wait. I don't really care, because I don't feel like spending $100. I wasn't gonna bring this up, but whatever. Some people's kids. It's a cold one today, and I gotta work outside. A nice coffee for an icy day. She just sped right next to me. Now she's getting caught by the light. Oh man. So I'm going to a customer's job right now. Lady's super nice. And she was watching the weather, and she let me know a day ahead of time. She's like, "You sure you don't want to reschedule? It's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to snow too. It's supposed to be slushy, I don't even know." But I got some layers on, got my insulated jeans on. So 28 degrees. All I gotta do is, so I gave her a price on fixing the mailbox, and gave her a price on replacing the whole mailbox. She opted for just for me to fix it, just replace the top metal part, the mailbox itself, not the post. And the wood underneath it's rotted bad. It looks like it's particle board. The garbage, she told me the garbage man hit it. And then apparently she had the garbages too close to the mailbox, so they're blaming her. So they're blaming her and saying she's at fault. So yeah, the mailbox is a little cockeyed. It's a little cockeyed for sure. Things like on an angle. It's a little push forward. I know you're supposed to have the mailbox, the front of the mailbox itself, 6 to 8 inches back from the back of the curb. This was like flush. So I'm gonna try to push the mailbox back as far as I could. They're still delivering mail. And I let her know too. I always like to try to be transparent if anything should happen. And then also, have to install a Ring doorbell. She already has one installed, but I didn't ask why I'm flopping it. They're just changing out with another one. I'm not used to this. I'm getting soft in my older age. There was a time in life that I was happy when it hit 30 degrees, especially working in the towers, climate cell towers, because the negative weather, I wouldn't say negative, I worked in negative, but 0, 10 degrees, it just blew bad. And then the wind, so if you had like 30, it's usually always windy in the winter, and if you have 20-mile-per-hour winds on the ground, it's gonna be like double up there, and the wind just makes it that much worse. Gotta love the Midwest, but I'll take this weather than Arizona. I think it's Arizona. All these other really hot states, it'd be like 120 degrees. And you say, well, I'm like, that's really hot. And they're like, well, it's just like walking into an oven. It's all dry heat. I'm like, I don't want to walk into an oven. I'm like, is there a lot of these guys working at night because it's so hot because you can't work during the day? See, I don't want to do that. I'd rather take the crazy humidity, super cold, super windy. You know, you never know what you're gonna get over here. It's always a good time. Keeps you on your toes. But enough of that. I don't know if I'm gonna be like I got some parachute pants to put on. Parachute pants, just windbreaker if I need it. And then I got a heavy cheap jacket I got from Menards. I used to buy the Carhartts, the nice Carhartt ones. I don't need all that now. Used to wear bibs too. The best ones you can get, Carhartt. Still don't need those. I just wear a bunch of layers because they'll be all coming off anyways. But bibs will probably be perfect. I mean, I can slip these on, the parachute pants. But with bibs, they can slip on and off easy. So I can... But I'll get you guys some shots. So here's the mailbox. Well, cockeyed. But I got some clearance back here. I gotta make sure, I want to push it back as far as I can, just because it's kind of forward. And push it back, I gotta make sure I have enough room to door to open. Yeah. Got numbers. It's gonna be fun putting them on in this weather. Got the mailbox from Lowe's. Menards is out. And Lowe's actually matched Menards' price, so that was actually pretty cool. My little hands are cold. Put my dirty gloves on. Problem with the rubber gloves, these aren't the right gloves anyways, but problem is the rubber's gonna get cold, make my hands even colder. I'll try it. It's not that bad out anyways. It'll always be worse, I'll tell you that. It's my mailbox gloves. Oh, she got mail in here. Take this out. Make sure I don't scratch this thing. This is garbage. Should be good for garbage. A little bit of holes in the bottom. Should be small enough for the screws won't go through. Huh. Nice. Who needs a drill? Nope, missed. I always want to make sure you pick up all your screws, even if they're not even my screws or nails. I don't like getting blamed, which I don't. But I don't want to get blamed. The way it was crumbling. Yeah, that's particle board. Could be wrong, but no. The way it's crumbling. It doesn't look like it's particle on top. These are gonna break. So I'm gonna use some screws in the package, and then I'm not gonna use some screws. The ones that come with it that mount this is standard screws. And I'm going to use those coated screws. Oh man, it's going smooth. It's going too smooth. Sorry, pre-glued this. You don't have to glue these, the spacers, but when you're fumbling around, it's such a pain when you're trying to, I'll show you. I didn't use no crazy glue or anything, I just used super glue. But literally, when you're trying to mount this thing and you're trying to push them underneath there, put the screw in at the same time, no thank you. It's a pain in the butt. So, idea is, like I said, we want to push it back as far as we can with the door. You want the door to open still. So, what I'm going to do is, these are the holes. Right here, the big ones are going to line up with these right here. So actually we're getting pretty close. I'm gonna push it back a dot. I want to go flush. I want the holes to... Okay, that's right in the center. Looks good. I might push it up a dot. And also you take measurements, make your life easier. Oh man, the glue's already moving. They already came unglued, that piece, whatever. Pencil, tape measure. I'm gonna mark the back. So that's where I want the bracket, the depth on it. So now I want to make sure it's all centered. You can eyeball it, but I don't really want to find out that I'm wrong at the end. 6-inch. Yeah, I really screwed myself. That piece is moving, now it's bothering me. Three-inch center, and I'm already wrong, kinda. 6, 3. Yeah, we're charging right now the Ring doorbell while I'm doing this. Okay, so that's centered. Beautiful, there's the wind. And then, since we got our center there, mark the center of the board, which is 3.5 inch, so it'll be 1 3/4. One 3/4. Am I off? I'm a dot off. More closer to the hole. So in the kit, with this, it would be nice if I had a bigger area, but I don't. Got this from Nerds. Okay, comes with all stainless hardware, but then you can see the metal right here. That's standard. I'm not using that. I'm gonna use coated screws, like I said. If you want it to last. 2-inch screws. So all I'm gonna do is line up that mark and then line up the back mark and start screwing. Line that front mark up. We're going to lock into place. And there we go. This doesn't look straight to me, to tell you the truth. Better start judging it now. When you start mounting the box, you're gonna have issues. And I'm right. I gotta go over 1/8. Not a big deal. Should be some wiggle. Maybe. Okay. Much happier with that. So now, let's see if we did good. Don't fall on me. That'll work. That will work. This is stuff I gotta be careful on. I love everything to be tight, but this is where you're gonna screw yourself right here. This is the stainless steel hardware. I know about stainless because of my tower days. And when you start over tightening them, it start locking up on you bad. Bad. And then you end up breaking the bolt. Like, I think it was like 3/8 or 1/2 inch bolts I'd be breaking. Because once they're seized, you're done. You gotta cut them. Now you just break them. It makes life a lot easier. Actually, since this stuff came in a kit, I stripped these out before. I start using the long ones, just cut them down. So actually, that's what works out nice. I hate nylon nuts. I really do. Don't want to hold them all because I'm going to drop them. Nylon nuts actually act like a lock, but the bad thing about them is you have to hold that nut the whole time when you're tightening it. Well, I didn't test. See, the door opens. Hold on. Okay, cool. Once I raise it, it'll be good. You don't want to get yourself in trouble redoing work. I like to start them out first. That one's acting funky. I'm just gonna start it with this or cross thread either one. It's already starting to look goofy since I pushed it back. But she just wanted me to replace the top. I'm gonna have to push it back because it's where it's supposed to be. Well, not really where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be 6 or 8 inches past this, so the other one's more forward, but I'm doing the best with what I got. It's gonna be better than what I started with. I'm just gonna hold that. Okay. Go crazy. I love to go crazy, but this is not the time. Should probably have a wrench on it. Not channel locks like this butcher. Okay, good. Also, ooh, now don't open. So I know I have clearance in here where I can lift it up. Must have sunk it down because it was working fine before. I'm gonna adjust it real quick. Okay, so I ended up just moving this forward. I wanted to move it back, but then obviously I couldn't open the door. And that's what I get for trying something new. Start thinking, and I had a feeling. And I was gonna start cutting this. So move it forward so now I can open the door. Also, I like to push this in one notch, make sure flag's working up, you know, going up nice, stays up. Also, see this? Want to make sure it's latching nice. Sometimes they don't grab that well or too hard, so you can bend it up, bend it down with your finger, tool. Also, when I was taking these out to move them, I left the bracket. I just used different holes. I pushed it forward, and I don't know, I think I grabbed it with the channel locks. I gnarled up the threads, or I just over tightened it, but one got seized, so I just used my linemen to cut it. Just to let you know, if you're cutting stainless, it's gonna mess your tools up. So yeah, so I gotta put numbers on these right now, and I'll start that ring. So I shut the power off. Here's the security screw, the bottom. Yeah, I don't do ring doorbells too often. She was going through the instructions on her phone. She's like, make sure not to use the wrong screws, or you can damage the ring, the battery. And I seen the screws that they put in there. See, those are the ones that hold it in, right here. These are the ones that mount it. So I'm like, oh, they're showing both of them. So they're probably talking about where the thing mounts up. If you use those, it's a damaged battery. If they put in the instructions, I'm sure somebody did it. Oh, does this thing pop off? I just did the other one. Is there another screw on top or something? There we go. Oh, I did shut the power off. I don't really take any chances with sensitive stuff, even though it's like low voltage anyways, but definitely won't take a chance. I learned my lesson with dimmers. Blew up a dimmer before, and I had to go to the store and go buy another one, which killed that job. So we'll just put the new bracket on. Not a big deal. Could just reuse it. I always hate these cheap anchors that come with this stuff, but I definitely use them now for the rentals, for smoke alarms and all that. They're fine, but you know, they're always looking for the cheapest products, so they'll be fine. We'll put them in the rentals, not so much in customers' houses. Bet you everything's gonna line up, of course. Battery's dying. The only thing that scares me with this stuff is, I think it was the rings, and then the what's the other one? Oh, the nuts and all those smarter thermostats. Problem is, I know with the thermostats you need a 5-wire, and a lot of these houses around me it's all 4-wire. So then you run into the issue, it doesn't have a common wire, and then the thermostat starts screaming you needs a common. There's like how many fixes for it. And then I still see people run into issues with installing these too. Okay. Okay. Now, for the new one, I don't remember even charging up the last one I installed. As I was telling her, I'm like, I'm sure it comes halfway charged, just like tools. All batteries usually come halfway charged. Man, we're so small you can't do nothing with it. Okay. Tight. Okay, tighten that up. Cool. That's good. A hook on here. She don't punch no wires. Am I in? Nope. That's what I get. So, gotta be careful. This stuff is all plastic. You start over tightening stuff, and if stuff is not straight, it's just gonna mold with whatever, you know, however you tighten it up. It's just go way back, and it's not gonna fit properly. There's a button in there too. Guessing that's the parrot. Guess I'll figure it out when we start setting up on our phone. Make sure everything's all running smooth. I'm gonna go turn the power on. And there's a barcode to scan. It comes in the package too with the same one, so in case you put it on, you gotta take it back off again. But I'm probably gonna take it back off though. I'm guessing with that button, but oh well. I'm not worried. But that's it. That's a wrap.